The madder I explain it, the more that Michael went up to a Swift. For tall guys, it's easier to be the routine placement, that's all. That's why there's some get to unorthodox power in short guys climbing. Yeah, that is for 30-year-olds. And make it matters worst is that, it means to sum up the power is all about lean. In reverse of the fast trekker, in the skeletal department. Not Cav honor, but the realm of the real cool bull. It shouldn't exist, says some. The way I think and portray his life endeavors are more, to the point, to be precise. Could Paulie be the real cool bull? Now I say you must know him better than anyone. Like I do. Of course, none of that means anything to that guy, Michael. I'll explain that he punishes you on hand. And make it he's no thought collective, even in his head. No one has the life he leads, fathomable, and made him them know, why there's no Roach Man, to a T. Poppers said, there's never been a guy, who knows, about everything. But, that's the real cool bull, he points at me. What I call Paulie, you mean? He's a super scion. Or something? No, he's not, I meant, the subconscious. That's to say he didn't make it worst for Fernando. And he doesn't care. That's why he's switch over to me. Bad assets and opinion hold, to him are like, nothing. Then anguish. Make it worth I mention the Swift, now. Has him right away. He changes in the conversation, he said was like, the true character, and he's retarded. Are you saying, Paulie's retarded? He's not retarded. Said Fernando. He looks at his hand. No way, I even mention the thought of Paulie's. That's not anything. Who cares about the thought of Paulie like that, he said. No, we have to rehearse, I think he's nuts. Look at Paulie and not care about him, he thinks it's okay, badly? Why the short ones are outpace in the power department. The biggest Swifters are not the tallest is unorthodox climbing. I explain to you. That's over the realm of, the real. Tells you don't know that's accrued, before when, the adventures were over. The adventure's never over, 'cause, Paulie's there. That's to tell he's trying to be horny to count out, in talking around, lust? To that I mention love, it's not I love you, you think? And Poppers says, what about Paulina? That's to sum up, I said, she's cute. He's trying to use tense, he said. Did you transform? Poppers proclaimed. Does he like dick? I thought. The moral is life leads, you think? Now I'll stop. That's how I trained him daily. Is it worth it not to have anyone, and he cowers? Now I don't know, what about Pia, I asked him. No, there's more to it than that, you don't have to, tell me, I'm there, to the thought of the matter, I digress to discuss that, to you all. And the ruling out someone is a joke. Right. That's the day after of 2013. To 2014. I had sex back from Cambodia and I didn't tell him? That so happens not to brush his mind, he thinks? That's the last time. I mention, you think? But, that was the hay right stacked, on straws. That's to none that care about you in life. Means it's rude in for it for someone? Which, I've already said, would never lead the flock. The whole thinks that anybody can fall, wayside. And all that he pictures is talk around only to him, Jason. Like we care, that's never hesitant as you, would see him. Climbing as an orthodox power would. He's embarrassed and I told him, already you can ditch Jason. All this talk is talking around him too. Because after Eric let him blue. I'm guessing. Jason shafted as his mom won't allow him in. Even Cameron gets it, they ruin lives. Him and Michael. He thinks I'm impressed by the gesture that they displayed. Now we have him and torture his soul to the brink and back. And never hold resentment, you think? But he will make it out, is not it? The thing is, at crucial moments, he acts hesitant to cares. He thinks he enjoys it, only. The mind will still be there when you or him, as he reads this and he's a real swift now he's 39 just, kidding 36. Like, the day the subconscious matters most. And you think you've been wrong. No. And at that play the victim so much no one even begins to fathom, who cares if you to die. You don't exact revenge. You especially? That's all not talk about who has you, and you held on to. With your language deficiency. Not a problem, for my book is you get a break, because things got riled up. And he never stopped climbing, for a 5 feet 4 inches guy. That's beastly in his own rights. That's to no one cares enough to help you. Is right on so many levels. And make it about him? He must do that. That's to engage with people at your caliber and want more, to sum that up a life in the process. Me and Jamie both have Swift Spy now. Not on account they made. To think. That's you know who loves to think, right on the bullseye. And it's to no avail I'm a lady magnet at most. Is punishing me that I never have love to share. No one even comes up with more, until you enjoy the life we lead, at your pace. But, that's with the girl you lead your whole life. To know himself better, after love is long what he won't preach and it's to a molt phase, for Jason. I'm talking around malt liquor in the process and make it lives lead by some, are all wanted, as part 1 of the Swift. The chapter is 18, still just want it all let go off, without a hitch? And that's not why so many lives or Chinese never get love. Like the Mexicans are swimming in that love. To talk around all will go work out after this. On the treads today. And after all, we tend to forget someone. If they aren't adequate for this topic. Up for debate and we'll go down any rat hole we can find. When life opened doors don't take it for granted. That's never the case you see as a testament of how lives go down rabbit holes. Don't say, rat? And as a Chinese lineage for Cambodians, I think that America won't tolerate then to keep having stuff done upon it. On to that each day. To pick on a degenerate of our time as classmates? What if he doesn't have anything to offer ever? They pride themselves outlasting others in the apocalyptic age. For a reason. That reason is love. He thinks another big white guy is love. After his molested experience I'll spare the details. In case his mom is reading this as part of some of a whole. Just like Asians love, bundling instead of stacking. More to rid vanity's affair to not grasps at straws. He gave me popsicle as a friend. He thinks it doesn't have to be serious. Like, when I sprout out, burning bridges of the past is normally betrayed by himself. That to topple over everything.